So let's see. So who else is there? Santo Blue also. I mean, I'll challenge him 3 minutes if he wants to play. In the meantime, keep it going. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, so I'm playing Santo Blue. Who is Santo Blue? I see a picture. That looks like the Turkish. Is that Yilmaz? That's one of those Turkish guys. I'm not sure which one. One of the ones who was on the Olympiad team. I've seen the picture, but it's not big enough, and I'm not going to click and go to the page. So I'll just I'll wait till later to figure out who it is. So okay, so far normal. Probably gonna do the double fianchetto again. C4, I guess he's gonna force me to play C5, and we're gonna actually have something relatively theoretical. Knight F6, probably he'll play D4 here. I'll take. He wants to play D3. So now there are many ways of playing here. I'm just gonna play D5. Try to play something interesting at least. Something a little bit different than normal. So is my stream dropping frames? Is that what someone say that? Is it? Okay, so maybe it's a bit laggy. Let me see if it keeps lagging a bit. If it doesn't pick up, then I'll probably just stop the stream because maybe it's just where I am and the connection's not ideal. If that's the case, then yeah. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully I'm still here playing for a bit. So A3, Rook C8. I mean, so far that's a pretty good position that I've gotten here. So Queen A4, I'll play A6. Yeah. I mean, actually, I'm not even at a hotel. I'm using an Airbnb, so really, if it's not my fault if the connection's bad. But yeah, I wanted to stay in a hotel, but it's too expensive here, so I just ended up doing Airbnb for the first time ever, and I'm pretty happy with it, actually. It's been pretty good. So E6. Let's see. So bishop G5, I'm going to play F6. Probably bishop H6, maybe just back to D2. I mean, I can play G5 here, maybe. I don't know if I want to. I think I'll play something a little bit simpler, knight E7 with the threat of knight F5, attacking the queen and the bishop. I'm not going to draw many arrows here because I don't want to end up accidentally pre-moving, you know, somehow like play like knight F5 and just like hang everything. So takes. Again, I'm threatening knight F5. So knight D5. Now here I can take with the queen maybe. Or the bishop. I can take with just about anything. I can even play knight F5, interestingly enough. And I think I'll play knight F5, just hit the queen on H4, force him to move somewhere. Although I just allowed knight F4, maybe. He actually had knight F4, attacking E6 with a fork, but he didn't see it. So now I think I'll play. I've got to be careful here. If I take with the bishop E4, and I've got nothing, so I'm gonna have to take with the pawn. Now he's got bishop H3, which could be kind of annoying, but he doesn't see it, so he plays B4. Now I'm gonna play queen D6 off for a queen trade. So let's see. So maybe he'll take, or will he play queen D2? See what he's gonna do here. So he takes on C5. Interesting. So I'm gonna take, and he's gonna take obviously. And he obviously wants to go for bishop H3, which is a logical move, but I'm not sure it's quite that good since he allowed his pawns to become doubled here on the F file as well. So he's obviously going to take on F5. I'm going to take knight H4 and probably play king F7, and the game will continue. So rook B1. I could take on F3, give him the triplets, and I mean I don't see any reason not to. Kind of don't want to, but I'll do it. I mean I don't see anything better, so I'm gonna go C4. He's obviously going to take the knight on F5 now. Maybe he'll play rook B7 first. He's going to take. Now I can play rook C5 or take. I think I'll just take. Keep it simple. So he'll take on F5. Probably rook D1. Maybe rook B7. I'm going to play rook D8. Try and push this pawn down to D3, D2. I mean, it's a strange position because we've got like 3 on. I mean, he's got triple pawns here. I've got double pawns. Now I assume I should go D2. And if king E2, maybe rook D4, probably just rook D4. Because now I've got a check on E8, and the king on E2 could be weak. He plays rook E3, so now I'm going to go king F7. Now he has no squares on this E file to play with. This still is very drawish, mind you. So I'm going to kind of sit on the position a little bit here, try to I'm going to push this pawn down to a4 maybe. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do that. I'm going to play h5 now. Try to slowly improve the position here. So rook d5. Now I'm threatening checkmate in 1 with rook e7. So he has to retreat. Play h4. h3. Now I'm going to go back to d4. King e3. Or no, he's going to play rook b3. Now I can take... Again, I can play a4 possibly. I think I will play a4 in fact. And see if I can do anything here. So I'm going to retreat the rook back, drop it back. Now play for rook e7 maybe. Plays rook e3. Now, moment of truth is coming. I'm going to have to start blitzing very soon. d6. Play rook d5. Oh, actually, what I want to do, sorry, is I want to reset my rooks. So I'm going to reset the rooks on the right squares, which is d5 and d6. And then I'm going to try to bring my king over. So that's the first order of business. I'm going to play rook d4. Maybe now rook d5. And he's got to go king e2 again. So now I'm going to play king d8 and try. I want to get my king over to like the b file if I can. I don't know if that's realistic or not. So yeah, now I'm going to go king c7. I'm going to go king a6. Now I have king d1. I have rook e6, I guess. So let's see. Can I maybe somehow swing my king in? So now he's going to take, obviously. Or not. He's going to go that way. Interesting. Now probably he'll play rook b1 again. Let's see if I can flag him. Because here, with these 3 pawns, even if he picks up my f pawns, it's not actually a big deal. So although I kind of have bungled this very slightly. I mean, maybe this was the wrong way to play this. Let's see what he's got. So let's see. So king g4, king b4, f4, king b3, a2. He's gonna go. And I mean, yeah, this is obviously a draw, but I'm gonna flag him obviously. And yeah, all right. So that was not ideal. Again, it seems like there was some lag. So not great, but you know, whatever. That's how it goes. So can't always have a good connection everywhere in the world. So g6 e4. I suspect I probably was winning that if I had played that slightly differently. But again, I didn't really have a whole lot of time, and that's how it goes. Knight d7, I'll play e5, probably knight e8, I assume. I'll play rook e1. Knight c7, I'm going to play h4, knight f1, h5, standard like King's Indian attack style. Although here I want to solidify the center first, like make this long pawn chain. So c3, probably takes. So he plays b6. Now I'm going to go knight f1. The problem here for black is this knight on e6 looks nice, but f6 is very hard to play with this knight here. And also, you can't really put pressure on the center here. Like, you can't put pressure on this very long pawn chain from b2 to e5. So he plays that. So he plays rook c8. Now I can take. I think I will take. If fg, I have bishop h3. So he plays h3. I'm going to go bishop h3 anyway. Try to put some pressure along this long diagonal now. So he takes. Now I have an interesting decision here. I think I'm going to take on d4. I don't know if it's the best way to play, but now this bishop on g7 is really hemmed in, and this pawn structure can't be attacked. He can't attack this pawn on d4 because he doesn't have a c-pawn. So, I mean, black is still kind of okay here, but there are problems. There are some very serious technical issues here. Like, I also have knight g5 hitting e6 potentially. So bishop a6. Now I think knight g5 is in order. Yeah, knight g5 looks like a good move here. So queen c6. Now I'm going to play f4 to further solidify this, this big center that I have here. Just also to avoid any sacks on e5 as well. So knight f8. Now I'm going to play bishop b4, hit this pawn in e7. So rook d7. I'm going to play rook c1. Probably the queen b5. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, he plays queen b5 as expected. So takes. I'll play bishop a3 here. Just keep the bishop safe at home here on a3, attacking e7. Play queen d2. And now, okay, plays rook c7. I could play rook c1, I suppose. In fact, I don't see a good reason not to. Although he does have queen d3, actually. I got to be, or queen d3. I can take queen d1, and I'm fine. But it's a little bit shaky. But the problem here for black is e7 is also extremely weak long term. So black actually has real problems here. So queen d7, so I'll take. Play queen c3, offer an exchange, because again, this pawn in e7 is so weak that he's going to have to keep queens on the board. And actually, now I can maybe just go queen b4 even. And how does he protect the pawn on e7? So he plays bishop h6. So I'll take. I'm sure he'll take here probably. Bishop g5, or yeah, he does play bishop g5. I'll take. So I'm up a pawn here, opposite colored bishops. Black has decent drawing chances, I would say. Not great, but decent. So he finds knight b8, so now I'm going to have to retreat the bishop all the way back to c3 to protect d4. But everything's pretty solid here. All my pawns are on dark squares. They can't be attacked by this bishop. So a5, I'll play... He wants to play b5. He wants to play b5, b4. So, I mean, I'm going to play b4 now. I don't know if he'll take or play a4. I mean, probably objectively, this is close to a draw just because of the way the pawns are. But you know, never say never. Knight e7, I'll play knight g4. I'm going to go knight f6, make the pre-move. Maybe try to get a knight to d7 and c5. So, whoops, I guess I undid that pre-move. g5, interesting. Free pawn, I'm going to take it. Bishop d2. I mean, I have a feeling this might not be a draw anymore, because g5 felt very wrong. Like, I thought black could have just sat back and waited. Whereas now, there are some issues here. So bishop c2, I'm going to play... Okay, so he's threatening to take on g5, right? So I'm going to play knight e8, threaten knight c7, attacking both these pawns here. So knight c7. So bishop f5, I'll take the pawn. Now I've got this passed b pawn that can run down the board. So I should be winning here. I'll play knight d6. And again, this b pawn is just going right down the board in a hurry. So bishop g6, I'll play b5. And probably this is just already just lost, because now I'm going to go bishop c7. And I'm just going to escort the pawn right to b8. And to make matters worse for black, also my pawns are on dark squares, so his bishop is basically useless. The bishop here can't attack any of my pawns. So he resigns. Okay, let's see next game. e4. I'll stick to the pattern, just playing stuff. So bishop d3, e6. See what he wants to do. So queen e2, I'll play g6. Knight f3, or, okay, play c3, I'll play bishop g7. Knight f3, knight e7, probably he'll castle, d6, pretty standard, just gonna go h6, g5 probably, like I always do in this line. Plays a4, I'll play a6, just to stop him from getting his pawn to a5 and a6. I'll go g5. Knight f1, I'll play knight g6. If he goes knight g3, maybe I have g4. So it's a little bit... So he does go knight g3, so I'm going to go g4. Knight d2, I can play knight f4. Maybe I'll just play knight d2, h5 probably, just try to, you know, put pressure on this knight on g3. So knight c4. If I play h4, he probably has knight f5, so I've got to be a little bit careful. So I think I'll play something. I think I'll just play knight d7. I'll give him knight f5 if he really wants it here. I mean, but I'm bringing my knight closer to the play, so more into the game at least. So let's see what he wants to do here. So again, if you guys have questions, keep them coming. I'll be here for a while. Definitely going to play for quite a bit tonight. That's my plan, at least, since this is going to be my last stream for quite a while. Hopefully, assuming that I do well in the World Cup. So bishop c2. I will, if I play h4, is he really going to go knight f5? He doesn't have to go knight f5. So I'm going to play queen e7. Just develop. Put the queen here. Maybe give myself castle's idea, something like that. Seems like a reasonable try at any rate. So we'll see what he wants to do. So yeah. All right, bishop d2. So now, I mean, I really want to play h4, h3 now, but who cares? I'm just going to go for it. Even if it's probably bad, I'm going to go for it. So he's going to go g3. I'm going to go knight f6. Now e4 is weak also. So he has e5 here maybe, then bishop f3. Or actually e5 if I take... I forgot that he had bishop takes g6 here. But bishop g6, maybe I have bishop f3. Okay, so he just takes. But actually knight d7 now I hang g6. Okay, this might not turn out very well. So he's going to take on g6 obviously. Or no, he's going to take on g4. What am I missing? If I just take and knight takes e5 and I have knight f3 with the discovery on everything. I mean, I could be missing something here, but I don't feel like I am. I feel like maybe he just missed knight f3 takes e1 because everything is just kind of falling. I mean, this is just like, I mean, everything. So he plays rook e5, but now I just take, and I'm just up a clean exchange here. So bishop e4. Castles would be a bad move. That would give him everything he wants. F5, queen g6. I mean, I guess I can play c5 or c6. c5 looks like the right move just to protect the bishop with the queen. c6 was also probably fine. But I kind of want to keep this long diagonal open, this h1a diagonal, rather than close it. Now he plays a5. I think I might just castle. Yeah, why not? Just castle, get the king out of the center. Now I'm threatening f5 as well. Like, they're all kinds of threats. So, and if he takes, I just take back, and then I'm threatening mate on g2. So let's see what he wants to do. So anyway, again, I don't see many questions. I guess everyone's just watching. Oh, right, so he played rook e1. I kind of have to pay attention to the game. So if I play b5, that's a move. Rook g8's a move. I think b5 makes sense. Just, again, I'm threatening. I'll just take with the queen and mate him on g2. So he plays queen f3. Now I'll just, if I play bishop b8, is bishop g5 actually a threat? Maybe it is. I'll just play f6. Protect the bishop, solidify it here in the center. Now he can't do anything against, and probably next move I'm going to take on e4 and play like queen b7, I think. I'll just play this. Even though I'm giving up this pawn here on c5, I feel like it's more important just to get queens off the board. And I have this pawn in h3, which is very valuable because he could have big problems in this endgame long term. I'll just play bishop d6. Probably he'll take. If bishop d4, I'll just play e5, and he's going to have problems because if he takes, I have rook e8. Like bishop e5, rook e8 is a big problem. And now on bishop e3, I'm going to play like rook f8, and this is getting pretty ugly in a hurry. So let's see what he's going to do. Actually, you know, I'm just looking at this picture now. I'm realizing, is this guy Turkish or is this guy Indian? I think I played this guy in the World Blitz and Rapid, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I played this guy, actually. Like, the face is coming back to me now. So rook e2, this just blunders rook f2 and bishop c5, and it's just, like, all over. So, okay. Let's see, next game, I'll play b3, bishop b2. See what he wants to do. g3. I'll play bishop g2. Probably I'm just going to play the same kind of setup, e3 knight e2 or e3 d3. One of the two, probably d3. And I'm going to play knight e2. Probably he'll castle. Bishop e6, so he's going to play like queen d7 probably. Or h5, yeah, so h3, because now if he plays h4, then I have g4. a5, I'll play a4. Now I mean, it's a question of b4 and c4, like, which square is more useful? Because now also I can go knight c3 and knight b5, because with this pawn a5, he never has a6 to kick the knight, so I get this really nice outpost here on b5. So he plays rook d8. Knight b5 obviously wants to put the bishop on b8. Now I have a choice. I can play bishop a3. I can also just, I mean, c4 is too extravagant. I think I'll just play knight f3 now. Maybe put a knight on g5, because again, he's put his pawns on a5 and h5, so he's opened up these b5 and this g5 square. So we'll see. All right. Did I miss something? Did I not hear anything? 1 second, sorry. Let's see, okay, so, alright, so he plays d4, so knight g5. I can play knight g5, I can play e4. If knight g5, def, e4 might be a slight problem. I don't really want to play e4, but I don't think I really have a choice. I'm going to do it, because now I also get c4. So, I mean, black has really put his pawns on some squares that are not desirable here. So knight h7, now I'll play knight d2, attack the pawn in h5. I mean, basically I want to route this knight to c4. So now he plays h4, I'll play g4. This isn't really what I was hoping for, but knight f8. I could play f4 and gamble. You know, why not? Let's have some fun. I don't want some blocked position where there isn't much play. So I'm going to try and make this interesting. So I'll play knight f3. I'll castle. I mean, I guess he has bishop takes g4 maybe. I just realized he's got something like that. But anyway, he doesn't do it. He does something else. So he plays knight e5. Now bishop f1, or not bishop f1, sorry, bishop c1. I'm going to try and put pressure on this f4 pawn, so he's probably going to take, I would assume. Again, if bishop g4 now, though, I have knight takes e5. So as long as I'm careful about any sacks over here, you know, on g4, h3, I should be doing okay. So let's see. So maybe he'll play knight g4. Okay, so he does go knight g4. So I have to take, obviously. Now I don't really know, because if he takes on g4, I can probably just put my king on h2. I mean, obviously he's got this long diagonal here. He's got this long diagonal b8 to h2, which if he can ever push a pawn, he's in great shape. But I'm not sure he ever can. So it's not completely clear. So he plays knight h4. I guess he wants to go knight g2 maybe or something. I don't know what his idea is, but I'm just gonna play e5. Try and close the diagonal, make this a bit messier if I can. I mean, I think black's probably okay. Black's probably doing quite well here, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. So I can play e6. Just play queen e2 even, or queen e1 maybe. Yeah, I think I'll just play queen e2 here. Queen e1 might have made more sense just to get out of this pin on the you know, here on g4 e2, but now I'm going to activate my bishop, put it on a3, try to do something along this diagonal. I've got to be very active. Now, like, I guess I could take on d4 possibly. Yeah, why not? I don't know if it's any good, but it doesn't look bad. Because now I've got this nice pin. And now when he moves the king, I can move my knight. Okay, so he takes. His bishop takes e5. Oh, this could be pretty bad, actually. Because this could be really bad. I'm going to have to play d4. Try to cut the bishop's scope off. He's going to move the bishop probably to, like, c7 or something. And, oh, he just wants to take. Okay, now I'll just take. And play, I don't know, maybe rook d1? Takes. If g4, I have rook d8. If he doesn't play g4, I just take... Oh, wait. If I take his knight f5. So I'm going to go bishop c1. So that he can't push now because f4 is hanging. Knight f5. I'm going to play rook d5. And now he's got problems because all his pieces are slightly... I mean, his knight and pawns don't coordinate very well. And you know... knights, so rook f6, but now I've got bishop b2. So knight d4, I guess? Knight d4, I can probably just... Okay, so he plays... Okay, well, if he's gonna... Oh, can I have just taken the knight? Oh, that was very stupid of me. But anyway, let's see what happens. So f5, I'll play bishop e5. Probably knight f7, I assume. I mean, his pawns are on dark squares, so that's one big trump I have here. I'll take on b6, probably g4. Okay, so he's trying to just run his king as close as he can to stop me from queening my a-pawn. But I think this should just be winning. I mean, I feel like this has to be winning. Knight g6, king g5, f3. I can take and go king g3 maybe. I don't know if this works. King e4, king f2, and yeah, king f4 I'm going to sack on. I can sack on f3, I think. And now I this pawn just runs straight up the board. So, all right, you guys. So let me know if guys have any questions, or if there are any issues with the stream. Just let me know. Obviously, I'll try to correct them in the middle of this. So, okay, so knight c3, I'm going to play c5. Probably he'll play d4, g3. Okay, so we're going to have some kind of repeat of the last game. Probably castles, knight f6. Maybe he'll play d4. Maybe he'll play d3 again. I'm not sure. He plays d3. Play d5. Probably takes. I expect bishop d2. Or, he wants to take. Okay, now I can take both ways. I think I'm just going to take with the queen here. Bishop e3, I'll just castle. And maybe he'll play rook d8, or he's just going to play d4. Now I can take everything and make a very, 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 very boring draw. Can I try to play on for a win somehow? I don't know, like rook d8, dc5, bishop b2. Possible, not ideal, but possible. Knight a6 also is a move. I think I'll play knight a6. I'll try to spice it up. I mean, cd4, bishop d4, queen d4 is just, just a very boring draw, so I'm going to try and spice it up a little bit here. Probably it's not going to work out very well for me, but why not? So dc5, now I think I want to play bishop takes b2 here. But if I take on b2, then takes rook d1, bishop a2. That looks very wrong somehow. So I'll just take on c5. Let him exchange queens. Probably he'll take on c5, I would assume. Maybe not. Goes rook fd1. I'll play rook ad8 just to get the rook off this h1a diagonal. Now I've also got this diagonal too, so he's got some issues here. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so Room 2K writes audio and video quality is good. That's very good to hear, actually, because again, as I've already mentioned a few times on this stream, I'm not actually at home, so there is a chance quality could be bad. So alright, so I play knight e4. Basically, I want to take... He wanted to exchange and play knight c6. I don't want him to play knight c6, but now, do I actually care that much? I don't think so. I'm going to play e6. Support the bishop on d5. Now, here he plays h4. I'm going to play h5. Pretty even position. So, are donations not showing up on my stream? All right, you guys let me know if the donations aren't showing up on my stream. I'll try to fix that. I might take a short break and see if I can figure that out. Because yeah, I'm not hearing anything at all in regards to donations. So okay, so donations are not showing up. So okay, all right, give me. I think after this game, I'll take a short break and see what's going on as far as why that is. Sorry about that, you guys. So I've kind of messed up the game in the meantime too. I've really made a mess out of this now with I've made all my pieces very, very passive for absolutely no good reason. So let's see what I can do here. So I'm gonna play knight e7. Probably rook e8, knight c6 maybe. I don't know if I mean I've really made a mess out of this, like a very serious mess. So I'm gonna have to come up with some swindle magic here. So rook a7, knight c6, bishop e5, f6. I mean, he's going to win a pawn that way too, but that way he's going to have a bad bishop against a good knight if he plays it. So that's kind of what I'm hoping he'll do. But yeah, I wasn't expecting him to do that because the two bishops here are so nice. So rook c7, I'm going to play e5. If he wants to take, I'll take f4 and hope. If he moves the bishop, probably I'll play knight d4 or b4. I'm not sure which one yet. So he does take. Interesting. So he takes. Now not all is lost because he takes. I can take on g3, but I'm going to play bishop c5. Not all is lost now. I mean, I suspect that I should have some drawing chances here. It's not to say that this is a draw, but there should be some drawing chances. Especially with the fact that it's opposite color bishops too. So I'm going to play bishop e1. I'm going to try to avoid forcing a rook exchange as long as I can, just to keep open the chance of maybe, you know, winning on time or something like that. I actually had rook d4 there, which I missed, but now I'm threatening bishop g3. Now I'll play rook d4, hitting the two pawns. Probably rook a3. Yeah, it's a good move. I'll play bishop a5. I assume he'll take on h4, king g4, rook d2 is pretty good. Now I'm hitting the pawn and the bishop again. So now I definitely shouldn't lose this game. Whether I can flag him is another question, but we'll see. We'll see what I can do here. So king takes h4. Play rook f2. If king g3, I want to go like bishop e1 or something. Actually, bishop e1, rook a1 was a bit of an issue. So rook d3. I'll check him. Play rook f2. I want to play like bishop d2 if I can get it. Maybe I'm not going to get it. In fact, now I'm just going to have to try and flag him again. Very unfortunate. And again, now I just actually just threw it all away for no good reason. So let's see if I can somehow... see if I can somehow... f6, but I got... oh, he's got check. Shoot. And now... yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, and it's too little, unfortunately. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I should have just made a draw. Could have just exchanged the rooks, trying to win on time. It happens. Okay, so what to do? Okay. Bishop c5, I'll castle. Oh, right, I think I said I would stop after this. Yeah, okay, let me play 3 more and then I'll get back over 29 and then I'll figure out what's going on here. Because really, they should be showing up. I don't know why they aren't, the donations, that is. Have to figure that out. Bishop e7. I'll just take and play knight d5. So... Knight d5. See what he wants. d6. Play knight d2. Maybe play for f4. Do something over here on the king side if I get the opportunity. I mean, I'm just gonna play g3. Bishop e6. I'll play f4. Probably takes. Bishop h4 maybe, something like that. Bishop f6. That looks weird. I can play f5. Yeah, I think I'll just play f5. Now takes. Bishop b2, rook b1 probably. Bishop d4, king h1. And let's see, so rook b8. Now I'm going to play knight f3 because I really want to put something on the g file and mate him. So knight f3, probably bishop f6 now. Why not play d4? Because knight e7, I'll just retreat with the bishop. And also this bishop is really good too. Like, it's got this really nice diagonal. So king g8, king h8, sorry. I think I'll just play c3 here. Let's see what he wants to do. Maybe like knight, queen e7. Queen e7, now I'll just play like queen d3 and play like rook e1 and try to push e5, e6, e5, f6. Some combination of these two. And we'll see what he wants to do. So rook e8, I'll play rook e1. Queen d7. I'm going to play rook g1 here. It's time to start putting pressure over here on this g7 h6 if I can. Not that I can, but I'm going to try at least. So plays knight a5. Now he really wants to play c6, so I can play e5 here. And e5 actually looks pretty good, I think, unless I'm missing something, which I don't seem to be. So takes. Now, where can he move his bishop? Bishop e7 is going to allow like e6 or f6. Bishop g5, I can maybe just sack the rook on g5. Okay, so he plays c6. I'm just going to take. He's going to take on d5, I assume. I'll take with check. King g8. Probably I'll play queen. I'll take and I'll play knight e5. Or f6. Knight e5, f6, knight d7, rook e1. Q1, king g7, check. King g check. King, rook c7. Looks pretty good. I don't know if it's winning, but I might as well try it. So he's going to have to play f6 here. And actually, f6, knight d7, rook e1 I can just take because his rook will be under attack on b8. So knight d7, probably rook e1, rook d8, rook e7, and I think he's just busted completely here. So rook c8, rook e7, and now I guess he has rook c6 maybe, but I think I can now go like knight f8. Knight f8's one move, but actually he's not threatening anything. And his knight is kind of boxed out, so I could play knight f8. I could also just play like king g2, king g3. But knight c4, king... No, I don't really like it, so I'm going to play knight f8. And I figure somehow I've got to be winning. If I can make his pieces passive, then... I mean, like knight e6. Knight d6, I'll play like rook d7, and now I can take... I don't know, though. I don't, somehow this has gotten weird. So I'm going to play knight f4, attack the pawn. Now I've got two squares to mate him from. d5 and h5. I'm not sure he can cover them both. And knight h5 is important, because knight h5 will also control the pawn on... Knight h5 also controls the pawn. So now if he plays rook c6, I have rook e8, and the knight controls the pawn. And it's mate in two. So alright, let's see. I'll play something different this time. Like knight b6, d6, play an Aliekin, something more off the beaten path this game. So bishop d3, I'll play g6. Probably takes, or castles, bishop g7. So rook e1, I'll just castle. h3, I'll play knight c6. Now probably he'll take on d6, I mean, or he'll play c3. Okay, plays knight c3, but now I can take and go knight b4, I think. Or knight d4 also, but I like knight b4, just playing to exchange pieces here. Because this is an Aliak and I am slightly cramped here, I've got a little bit less space than white does. So I'll play bishop f5. Probably he'll take, I'll take. Who is this Santo? I mean, I know I've played this guy before. Maybe I'll just be, maybe I'll click his profile and take a look in a second. So rook d2, I have bishop h6. I've got knight c4 also, which is really nice. But I'm just going to play rook d8. Keep it simple. Play e6. Create a weakness here. Now he hung a pawn or he did not. No, he's playing well. So if I take, he takes knight c2, rook c1, traps a knight. So that's a nice trick. So I'll play knight c6, try to put pressure on his pawn in e5 now. I mean, maybe he'll take on d8. I doubt it. I think he'll play rook e2. And I'll play e6, fix this pawn here. So I mean, now this pawn is under big pressure here on e5. So I also have the c4 square. I mean, it's just like everything's ganging up here on this pawn in e5. So he plays b3. Now I can play h6, maybe to kick the bishop away. I think I will create a square for my king. Force the bishop one square back here to h4. Now he plays bishop h4. Now I think here I'm going to play, if I play knight d4 takes, he has bishop e7, rook e1, bishop c5. Not crazy about it. I'm going to play knight d5. So takes, probably c4. I have knight e5, rook e1, also a reasonable move. I could play a5. I'm going to play b5 just to prevent c4. Rook e3, so he wants to go rook c3, I guess. I'll play rook c8, I think, here. Just protect this pawn here. Just so that rook c3 is not actually a threat. And now I can maybe bring the king over at rook c3. I thought he couldn't do this. Don't I just take? Yeah, I thought he just couldn't do this, so I'll take. I mean, unless he wants to sack. But no, if takes rook g3, king h7, bishop f6, rook e1, king h2, rook g8. Everything's covered. So rook c6. I'll play bishop d6. Now the bishop is really nice here on d6. I've got the rook in front that controls everything along the d file. So rook a6. I'll play rook d2. And here he can take a7 if he wants to. I'm not sure he will. I suspect he won't take a7, but he might. So he plays c3. So now I'm going to go bishop c5. Try to put pressure on f2. Now the rook on d2 is fantastic. This rook is out of play. If I can ever get a bishop to b6 and just box in his rook, then I'm doing really well. Rook c6. I could take a3, but I don't know if I like it. So I'm just going to play bishop d6. b6, sorry. Now c4, I'll probably just take. Oh, the c4 I could also just play. No, c4, rook d4, bishop f6 is a problem. So c4, I'll just take. I assume he'll take with the rook, but he takes with the pawn, and now I have rook d6. And now I'm doing just fantastically well, because now his rook is trapped. He's gonna have to take on d6. And once he takes on d6, then now c4 is weak. Bishop on h4 is weak. Everything's kind of weak here. Now I think just d5, and now I've just got a completely winning position. So, alright, so I'll play one more, and then I will take a break and try to figure out what exactly is going wrong with the donations, as far as why I'm not seeing them on the stream. So I'm gonna play the same kind of Juco, something a little bit different. Castles, d3. See what he wants to do. Probably he'll play a6 again like he did last game. I suspect he will. So he plays h6, bishop h4. Bishop e7. I'm going to play bishop g3 this time. Now I'm going to play knight d2. Something very unusual this time. Let's see how he handles it. He plays knight d4 as expected. I'm just going to play a3. Create a square for my bishop in case he plays b5. c5, now I'm going to go knight d5, and now basically I want to put a pawn on c3 and kick this knight here on d4. If I can get that, then I'm very, very happy. So bishop e6. Now this is interesting. Now I could play c3. Yeah, I think I will play c3. Force him to go knight c6. Now I'm just going to play like simple chess. Rook e1, maybe f4, maybe not. I'm not. Maybe knight f1, knight e3 also. Yeah, I like this knight f1, knight e3 just to use this, keep this knight on this very beautiful d5 square. Now maybe I have bishop h4 at the right moment also, or f4. I mean, I'm playing for a few things. I'm playing for f4, b4, a4, bishop h4. So, something in this, or d4 possibly too. But he plays knight d7. Now here I could do many things. I think I'm just going to play b4. Try to create some weaknesses over here on the queen side now in the meantime. Queen b8. Now that's a weird move. I don't understand that move. So I'm going to play rook b1. Maybe do something along the b file, prevent this a5 idea. Queen a7. Okay, I don't understand that at all. I'm just going to play, I'll play prophylactic f3, maybe bishop f2. Maybe I can put the bishop on this long diagonal. So he plays rook c8, I'll play bishop f2. And now something along this long diagonal. He plays a5, but I think I can just take. And now if he plays queen c5, I play knight c2, and it's game over because his queen is trapped. Or knight c4. So he plays knight c5. He realizes the error. So now I've got some choice. I've got d4, which is interesting. I don't know if d4 is the best. d4, knight d4 looks really attractive, but I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to take the pawn on b5. Rook b8. Now I could play a4. I think I will play a4, in fact. And now it's looking just really, really good. I'm just up a clean pawn here. I've got d4 coming next move. Everything's working out very nicely in this game. So queen d7. Now I have knight b6 here to pick up the exchange. I think it makes sense. So rook b6, I'll play bishop takes e6. Because of rook b6, and I hang this bishop here on a2. So when he takes the knight, I take his bishop first. So he does take. I take the bishop on e6. Now he can't protect his rook with the queen because then this rook on c8 will hang. Like if he moves queen c7, I trade rooks, and then his rook on c8 is hanging. So he takes, I take. And now I'm up in exchange and a pawn as well. So this is, and now rook b5 just to cut him off. Now he can't win this pawn on a4 here because this rook just completely cuts off the threat on a4. And now he resigns.